Now, as we have exposed on this program night after night, the mob, the media, is an arm of the Democratic Party, parroting the same talking points, pushing the same hysteria, living in this, what I call Twitter blue check mark media cult of theirs, an echo chamber. Ask yourself, where is real investigative journalism? I said in 2007, journalism's dead, mostly. Anyway, but they weren't there for the Russian hoax Pulitzers that they got. When are they giving those back? Where's the commitment to truth, facts, transparency? Now, there has been one fearless journalist constantly under fire. James O'Keefe has been taking on the corrupt media establishment, exposing them in their own words. Here is a small sample of Project Veritas's most explosive work. Take a look.
What do you think is going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything.
That this is a president who knows he's losing, who knows he's in trouble, is sick, maybe is on the after effects of steroids or not, I don't know, but he is acting erratically and desperately, and we need to not normalize that.
James O'Keefe, founder and CEO of Project Veritas, has a new book out. It's called American Muckraker, Rethinking Journalism for the 21st Century. It's on Amazon.com, Hannity.com, bookstores everywhere. No matter what you do, you come under fire. And they have a whole series called To Catch a Predator, Undercover Cameras, right? Mike Wallace, made his career. 60 Minutes did this all the time. Why is it different for you?
Well, Sean, I think times have changed. Journalism is printing what others don't want printed. Everything else is public relations. That's attributed to George Orwell. But I think the media has changed since the days of Mike Wallace's 60 Minutes. And these days you have what I've said in this book, American Muckraker. All proceeds go to our nonprofit Project Veritas, by the way. I say that it's economics, it's fear. It's the New York Times, for example, acting in concert with big corporations and the FBI, who raided my apartment after a source transmitted me a document. Sean, you mentioned the New York Times defaming me and me suing them for defamation. It's up to us, the people, now. We, the people, have to do the job that newsrooms used to do. It's a complicated problem. A lot of people are hopeless, but I kind of have written a book about how to do journalism, Sean, in clown world.
Yeah. It's interesting because you had a high court ruling in New York in your favor on the issue of the New York Times. Sarah Palin's trial was supposed to start. That's when they basically accused her of being responsible for the Jared Loughner shooting, where Gabby Giffords was shot. Sadly, I understand she contracted COVID, and it's been delayed a week. We wish her well and hope she recovers quickly. But this is now Times v. Sullivan, which is for public figures. The standard of you have to prove malice seems to be teetering on the brink here. Where do you see it?
Well, the New York Times case, Supreme Court case, New York Times versus Sullivan, established the actual malice standard. They said that we were deceptive, Sean. The New York Times reported that our videos in September 2020 were deceptive. That was the guy that had more than 3 ballots in his car. We sued them for defamation. The judge in New York State, Charles Wood, arguing denying their motion to dismiss our lawsuit, said it was the New York Times that engaged in disinformation and deception. Also, a Christmas Eve ruling, Sean, of last year, where they said they had to sequester our attorney-client privilege and memos. Sean, the New York Times published my private lawyer correspondence after the FBI raided my home, and the judge ruling against the New York Times twice. The New York Times attacked the judge. So there's no recourse in this country to hold the media accountable. In many ways, the New York Times and organizations like it are more powerful than our own government because they work in concert with big tech, which in turn works in concert with big pharmaceutical companies. So how do you break through that? Well, I wrote a book about how to break through it. In fact, we're winning. We're winning in the lawsuit. We're also having whistleblowers not go to the New York Times, but come to Project Veritas because, to quote them, Sean, there's simply nowhere for them to go.
Yeah, well, it's called American Muckraker, Project Veritas. It's going to be interesting to watch your case and Sarah Palin's case. Great book. We always appreciate when you share your videos with us.